I don't call myself a Dragon Ball Z fan, and I haven't really considered myself a Dragon Ball Z fan in years. And I know that's going to be shocking to people, considering it's from me. Hello there, beautiful friends from around the world. I'm your host, Blackenfist, and throughout the time I've been on here, people have asked me, Blackenfist, why do you always say Dragon Ball? Why do you not say Dragon Ball Z? Why do you always refer to the series as Dragon Ball? Why do you make videos insisting on putting Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z together? Isn't this video about Dragon Ball Z? Throughout the time I've been on here, people have expressed this sentiment to me, and why is it that I always say Dragon Ball, and why do I call myself a Dragon Ball fan when it's just the first half of the series? And why is it that when I refer to Dragon Ball Z most of the time, I always refer to it as the Dragon Ball Z anime? To really explain that, I need to go back into history a little bit, and some of it my own personal history. Like a lot of fans, I got into Dragon Ball through watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami all those years back. It hooked me in, it captivated me, but like a lot of people know from watching my videos, I think that I got into the series a little bit more than maybe the common fan. And because of this, I explored all facets of Dragon Ball as it consumed me. I explored the Dragon Ball video games, the previous Dragon Ball anime, and the Dragon Ball manga. And as I explored these facets of Dragon Ball, I continued to learn more about it. Probably one of the most shocking revelations that I learned throughout this journey was when I discovered that Akira Toriyama, the creator himself, did not write a Dragon Ball Z manga. He wrote one manga called Dragon Ball. Viz Media, the North American distributors of the Dragon Ball manga, decided to split the manga up into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z following the anime, because the anime was the thing that popularized Dragon Ball here in the States. So it made sense from a business perspective. And as I learned even more about the series, I discovered that it was Toei Animation to this day for unknown reasons. Perhaps it was marketing, perhaps they just thought that it was time for change, that were the ones who decided to split the anime adaptation into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And once I learned something like that, my perspective of the whole series began to change. I didn't view things as in part 1 or part 2, as in two series. I viewed them as one series, and the anime as an adaptation of the same thing, the story called Dragon Ball. So that's why when I say Dragon Ball, it refers to the entire Dragon Ball story, but it sometimes can refer to everything Dragon Ball related, which not all of it has the Z attached. Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. These main facts are the reason why I call myself a Dragon Ball fan, and not necessarily a Dragon Ball Z fan. I understand that there are other fans out there that are fans of just the Dragon Ball Z anime, and that's fine. Stuff like this is not exclusive to the Dragon Ball fandom. As with certain movie franchises, a lot of people maybe flock to a certain movie in that franchise and are fans of just that one particular movie, not the entire franchise. But that's just another reason why I say Dragon Ball, and it's because for me, my fandom is much more than just Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is of course a part of it, but that would not encompass the entirety of the fandom that I know, and especially considering the fact that the original creator wrote it as one story. Dragon Ball. And so guys, I hope that this brings a lot of clarity as to why in certain videos I act as if I'm putting Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z together, which in my mind, it's not like I'm putting two things together. To me, it's the same thing. So that's just the way I perceive things, and I guess I wanted to spell things out because I was getting questions, and I suppose why not just answer it in a video so that it answers all those questions to all those people that were just wondering and curious. And of course, if you are just a Dragon Ball Z fan, that's fine. Dragon Ball Z is the most popular part of all of Dragon Ball. Of course, without Dragon Ball Z in that section of the story, Dragon Ball would be a lot smaller than it is today. It is how I got into the series, so if it wasn't for that section of the series, I probably wouldn't be here. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this commentary and if you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to the channel as you will get more videos like this, me bringing you Dragon Ball news and analysis as soon as it comes out. But anyway guys, until Dragon Ball calls again, I'm Blackenfist, and I'm out, man.